Guys, good day. This is Anna of Reinforce Me Club, your fellow positive reinforcer. Today, I'm just going to share to you how I have learned the value of commitment. It actually started when, by the time after I graduated my degree, the Bachelor's of Science in Nursing in the Philippines. So after that, we're going to get a license. We have the so-called licensure exam before we finally be officially become a nurse. So what I've learned about that is that, I told myself that I don't want to waste my 4 years of schooling, nursing. And I don't want this licensure exam to flop because I have worked for this for 4 years and then it's just a couple of reviews and I will do anything that to pass the exam, whatever it takes, even if I fail this time. I have to pursue it. And I did it. I did pass. And I also found out that when you work on your commitments, just like everybody else, I've experienced the hardship in terms of studies and time management. Sometimes you don't want to go to the review center to do the lessons again, but I have to bring myself there. So, because I promised myself that I won't let that licensure exam to be a hindrance for me to become a nurse. So that was my goal before. Although right now that I'm already working as a nurse, okay, this is it. I have entered the jungle. And yeah, it taught me a lot. Carrying people, different people in all sorts of social status. It was worth it. And I'm just here to tell you that if you really want something, you got to be committed to it. And sometimes life will test your commitment to it in time. In a way that sometimes you encounter, you got to get sick, you're going to fail, first try, you're going to encounter problems, you're going to get disappointed, disheartened, you're going to meet all those setbacks. That's the test. That's the way of life to test your commitment. And not only in terms of studies, even in relationships. You have to choose one person and be 100% committed to that person, and the rest of the choices or options will be, doesn't matter. I've already chosen the one for me. So it's just how it is. And yeah, it's never going to be easy, especially the lifelong commitment. Could be your profession, the nature of your profession, most especially marriage. And I'm not into that yet, but in every relationship, romantic, even in friendship, you have to keep connected to your loved ones, especially to the your romantic partner when you commit to that person. And sometimes with that commitment to make the relationship work, you have to close your eyes. Sometimes, I let this pass. But normally, you don't let anything pass when you're not into that person, when you're not in love with that person, but you just let it pass because you're committed. And then talk about it, fix it, and then just, part of the commitment test that I've learned is, the hardest one is never, ever give up. And other than the relationships, though, like when you have goal or projects, you want to pass an exam, the hardest exam in your life that sometimes, you're going to fail, but never, ever give up. You got to finish the job. Your commitment is to finish the job, whatever it takes. That is commitment. And it's never going to be easy. However, the price is right. It is worth it. And for sure, you're going to learn along the way. The quality of your commitment actually, it shows up how you handle yourself on the process of getting what you want in time. So you're going to show up with all the efficiencies that, strategy. You're going to think about, how to maneuver, how to change, how to adapt as life will test you in time, how committed you are, how deserving you are to get what you want. And that is commitment. It's never going to be easy. So, but it works like magic. Yes, indeed. So yeah, I hope I shared something valuable today, and have an amazing Sunday. If you ever love this message, you can share this to your family and friends. You can follow me on YouTube, Facebook, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, even in Amazon Music. I do appreciate your time. Have a lovely day ahead. Thank you very much.